Welcome into the show, everybody. We're a little late. It's on a Friday recording instead of a Thursday.
Yeah.
That's Seth's fault.
Sorry.
Because trying to have a life, I guess. I don't know. Understand what he's doing with that shit. But
sorry to our loyal listeners, we'll call them, our loyal listeners.
Yeah, the loyal listeners. Getting all pissed off.
I'm tired of getting text messages, guys, all right? Just wait for it.
It'll be there.
Yes.
Just like that, just like waiting on the tip of it.
Yeah.
Tip will get in, and you'll be fine.
Eventually, it'll get there.
Well, it's only tip. That's all we got.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't have much else.
Not
in this heat.
We're a tip of a podcast in this freaking heat. I am happy for that rain, man. Because it's cooled down. It was like 80 when I got here instead of 96 that it's been.
Yeah, it doesn't help that we're in an unventilated, no air conditioning barn.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here just dripping in sweat.
I'm wet from my other job, so.
Oh, God. Please specify.
I had some irrigation leaks, so I had to do a little digging today. So tough to not get wet and muddy.
That's a good point.
Wet and muddy works a couple different ways. So depending on what you're doing, get in there wet and muddy.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's been brutal.
Been a fucking hot-ass week.
Brutal. Well, the last 2 weeks has been brutal.
I would say this past week, I'm more of a bitcher of humidity. Heat's heat. Yeah. You know, it's summer, it's going to be hot, but when the humidity is just as fucking high as it's been this past week, I just
like
bitch.
You can't breathe.
Yeah. Like, I walk outside and I'm like, oh, I'm at the beach. Nope, I'm staring at my backyard.
Struggling to breathe in this humidity. Do I have COVID?
Yeah.
I'm short of breath. No, it's just 96 with 85% humidity.
And it feels like 102.
Go back inside.
Yeah.
I think my air conditioning unit at the house, since I keep the house at a nice brisk 67.
Yeah.
Been working its ass off, so it could use a break.
Both of mine are set on 68.
Yeah.
And I just got the bill for July or June, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe 70.
Well, maybe not have to have 2 units on all the time.
Well, leave me alone. Okay, the house came with 2 units. I feel.
Well, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, I would run them both. But
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean, my house right now, I'm not there. Haven't been there since about 2:30 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's, 67 degrees.
You walk in and you're going to feel amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
I don't care about the bills. It's fucking money. Just pay it.
Pay it. Yeah, that's what I did. Molly's like, or my wife, sorry, name dropped.
No.
She goes,
the first time.
Do you want to know the price? That we're going to run it anyway. Might as well just pay for it. I mean, it's not like we're going to turn it down.
Yeah.
You bitch when it's too hot when we sleep, so it's not like I can turn the upstairs one down.
That's the other thing of like, well, you got options. We can turn it down, and I'll just sweat up the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll feel like somebody pissed themselves in it. So, which you can get away with it now.
Yeah, I can.
Why is the sweat yellow? I don't
know. Just dirty.
Didn't drink enough water.
I'm dehydrated.
Yeah, that is a nice thing. Obviously, I work outside of like the amount of water drank this last week, and I never really have to piss.
Yeah,
it's just like sweating out of just sweating out. It's like, here's another 64 ounces of water down, and I've not went to the bathroom.
Oh God!
Which I assume, like the people that are texting you about where the podcast is, this is the information they wanted.
Oh, that's exactly what they wanted.
When it's hot out, how much water I drink and how often I have to piss.
There you go.
I mean, if you're sitting at work listening to this, that's the information you need.
Man, if I sweat and I drink enough, I don't have to get up from my desk.
Yeah. Well, but, that's probably air-conditioned offices,
Good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, I get to be outside, but I don't get the air conditioning, although our maintenance building's air-conditioned, so.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it is kind of nice.
That's a step up.
My office is, too, so.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How often are you in there?
On average, maybe 3 to 4 minutes a day.
Okay, I was going to say, not much. Maybe to sit something down.
Grab my radio and my, like a headlamp or something like that in the morning. But other than that, I then go back in when I'm leaving, put that shit back on charger. My walkie-talkie, it's a radio because I turn irrigation on with it too.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Hit all the codes.
Yeah.
Get people wet.
You sound important.
I do sound important.
You do sound
I'm
important.
not. I was in a mud hole for the last 2 fucking days. I'm not that important.
Yeah.
Just, I get all the, hey, what do you want me to do next? Go Go pick up some sticks or something, man. I'm busy.
Something needs weed eated. Come on. Something.
Go get something. Stop bothering me. So,
we want to talk about
what do you
first?
want to start with? I want to start with the Jorge Masvidal.
All right.
Because I'm happy that happened. I assume weigh-ins are today. He had to cut 20 pounds.
Yeah, he did.
Did it? He made it?
He made it.
So we're official?
We're official.
So that means he passed his last COVID test, I imagine.
I would assume that as well.
Because I knew he passed the 2, was out of quarantine, and then next step was the weight cut.
Yeah, and 20 pounds in the last 2 weeks, a week and a half.
5 days.
5 days, yes, this past week. Yes,
from 5 days he cut 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is not a big deal for those guys. I mean,
they do it all the time.
I listened to an interview with him. The big deal is being on that quarantine for 2 days, and there's no gyms.
Yeah.
So he had to kind of do old school. Can't get to a sauna. I mean, there's none of that. So it's
fasting.
Yeah, he's in his room. There's a treadmill in his room. He's got a jump rope and a sauna suit.
Yeah.
That's how he did it.
Yeah,
that sounds
brutal.
Which is very old school.
Oh yeah,
they don't usually do that anymore.
That sounds brutal, though. I mean, essentially you're wrapping yourself up in a giant trash bag.
You dehydrate yourself for a day and a half.
And
I mean, that's kind
running
of
on a treadmill.
Yeah, that's sweating it out.
Not fun.
But I mean, 15 to 20 pounds. That's normally what
they'll cut that.
Kind of the normal.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a better matchup, better fight.
Yeah.
Than what we were going to see personally.
I mean, if you're betting on it, I would. The only way to. Usman's about a 2-1 favorite.
Yeah.
He is a son of. I mean, I'm a Masvidal fan.
Yeah.
He's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Which Usman's last fight with Colby Covington was fucking phenomenal. Until these last couple of weeks, it was it was the fight of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But Usman, you're probably going to see he's more of a wrestler.
Yeah.
The only reason that Covington fight was that way because Colby Covington's a wrestler, and they both kind of knew that you're not taking us down.
Yeah.
So we'll just stand here and punch each other.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting because Masvidal is more of a striker.
He's a striker. He's got good takedown defense. But I mean, when Usman beat Woodley, I mean, he just embarrassed him on takedowns.
Yes.
So if you're betting money, the money to bet is Masvidal by TKO or knockout.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're going to make any money.
And then
that's probably, I don't know, it's probably the only way Masvidal wins.
Probably.
I think if it goes to decision it's probably going to go to Usman.
I mean, I'm rooting for Masvidal. Like I said, I like him too just because he is exciting. He's a brawler. I mean, he just likes to get out there and fight. But
it's so much. If Usman wins, you probably get Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
At some point, but maybe not next. You get that rematch with Colby, which is a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
But if Jorge wins, it opens up the doors.
Yeah.
He said he'd like to go back and fight Diaz again since that got, and then put the title and the BMF belt on the line.
Yeah.
And then you got a Colby fight, which is huge. They were roommates, and somehow they fucking hate each other's guts now.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's so many. If Masvidal wins, there's so many more cool shit to happen fights. Yeah. And then probably at some point in time, you're going to see Conor up there fighting. So
which everybody wants to see that.
That's
anyway.
kind of where that's heading.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. I mean, all the fights are exciting, but adding this guy into the fight, like you said, it opens up. If he would win, it opens up more. I mean, I think it attracted more people. It actually, you heard more about it. Obviously, we were all excited about these fights because the card before this happened was amazing. And then you add Masvidal, and then everybody just, now it's the talk picked up. Yes, now the talk picked up. Now you got just amazing.
It's going to be an interesting thing because the main card starts at 10 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
So they will be fighting at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So it's kind of one of those things of how do you stay, because you basically just try to keep your clock
the same
where you're at. So, I mean, must be blacking out their windows and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, I mean, that it would be weird. But they've been there for what, a week on the island?
What? Yeah, well, Usman's been there for probably 10 days.
Yeah.
And Masvidal just got there Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Still, though, I mean, that's trying to get used to it. It would be hard.
I think that'd be such a great story if he won. Okay, takes a fight on 6 days' notice, 20 pounds over.
Yep.
flies from Florida to Vegas for kind of a little quarantine. Then Vegas to Abu Dhabi, which is about 13 hours. Then a 2-day quarantine, cutting weight in your room, old school style.
Yeah.
You know, that's
it's a story. I mean, it's
where the bad motherfucker comes in.
Exactly. Yes. So it'll be good. It'll be a good fight. So
that's what I'm excited for. And that we talked about the other fights last week. I'm happy for all of them. I think Holloway's going to win.
Yeah, I'm a Max Holloway fan.
Petr Yan, I think he's going to win, and I hope Rose wins. Paige Van Zant's going to get beat and might get cut.
Yeah,
because I seen she tweeted the other day. She's like, over these last years, I could have just made as much money having any other job. Like, but I don't know that you would have never been on Dancing with the Stars.
If you would.
They usually don't put like people out of an office on Dancing with the Stars.
They usually put stars on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, she's lost her last 2 out of 3, and this would be 3 out of 4, and it's her last fight on her contract.
So I would assume if she loses, she's probably not getting another contract.
No. She'd probably end up in Bellator because there's some people over there that she can beat.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
That's the tough one because
she's 26 or something like that?
Yeah. Like, she's okay. She's just not at that level of competing for a championship.
Yeah.
And all the ladies in the UFC are, especially at 115, hey, they're all kind of good looking now.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're all better than you.
I mean, she just doesn't really have that killer instinct that a lot of the fighters seem to have.
Throws a lot of spinning back fists for some fucking reason. You didn't want to sneeze in the mic?
I didn't want to sneeze in the mic. Yeah, I mean,
just in case I ended up with that mic next week.
Less editing that way, too.
But I'll cough into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But sneeze and a cough, we're fine.
We're fine.
I'm saying we're fine.
Yeah, it's not what you think.
Yeah, but Paige, she'll end up in Bellator.
Yeah,
I can't
and then
imagine.
Her husband will end up in the UFC because he's not bad.
Yeah, because he's okay.
He's okay at fighting. Yeah,
I mean, he'll get his ass stomped in the UFC.
Probably.
He's just in a bad division for that. I mean,
either put on weight or lose weight.
Yeah,
you're in a bad division
because it's bad. But I don't. She just, and I'll say it this way too. She has an Instagram following. Obviously, you've seen that where she's been doing the topless pic or the naked stuff, or obviously not naked on Instagram, but not wearing clothing. Of the, hey, good looking girl. It's like, it's because you're a athlete. Because I don't think she holds up in the real world.
Okay.
Like if she was if she just worked in an office, you say, that's a good looking girl. But it wouldn't be like, man, she's fucking hot.
Yeah.
I need to, you got to remember she got the breast implants. And then, I mean,
what if you get hit one of those? What if it pops?
That happened. That didn't happen. But New York, someone got she had breast implants, and they, the New York Fight Commission pulled her from the card. Because just in case she got punched in the tit and it popped. And like, well, that's not how that works.
No, isn't that her choice?
Yeah,
just
it's kind of her choice.
I mean, she got him.
Which New York's just fucked up. Well, they stopped that Nate Diaz fight for a cut over of like, hey, it's human cockfighting in a cage.
There's going to be cuts.
Going to be some bleeding going on. I mean, that's just kind of what happens.
Yeah.
But I look, Paige to, I think she's like I think the girl she's fighting is like a minus 900 favorite or some shit like that.
My buddy texted me the over-under. It was just crazy. Where the hell's it at?
I want to say it's minus 900.
600.
Minus 600?
She's at minus 600, and the girl she's fighting is a plus 900.
Plus 900?
Yeah. Crazy.
Isn't that reversed?
Probably, yeah. He probably texted it to me wrong.
Thinking minus 900 would be the favorite.
Yes.
And then plus. Yes. She's Paige is plus 600.
Plus 600,
yeah. $100 gets you 600.
Mm-hmm.
You can bet $900 to get 100.
Yeah.
That's a good bet.
That's a terrible bet.
Which that happened. I knew a guy that he just was trying to steal money, you know, like the Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Whatever, like Australian Open. She is like like you bet $100 to win $10.
Oh, okay.
And she's, it's like the second round of the French Open.
Yeah.
So he bets $100 on her just to steal $10, and she gets fucking beat. I'm like, hey, well, there you go. I can't believe she lost. Well, she didn't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens in tennis. It's shocking. It's kind of, how'd the best in the world get beat in the second round by somebody that nobody's ever heard of before? Yeah, she didn't want to be there anymore.
Tired
like
of it.
Andre Agassi, his wig was falling apart, so he threw the match.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not fun. That would be bad. Your wig fell off.
The greatest, I don't know what's better, the fact that nobody knew it was a wig.
Yeah.
The fact that it was like a Joe Dirt wig.
Yes.
I don't know which one's like you fooled everybody or that's what you chose as your thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what way to go with that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. He's an interesting cat, though.
Fuck tennis. I don't know how to keep score on tennis.
I don't understand why it goes like 15, 30, 40.
Yeah, and then...
Deuce.
Yeah. What?
The first one to take a shit. Okay.
I win.
The only thing, and they don't do it as much anymore, is when the judge calls it out and they just, like, they allow them to freak out.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? One more outburst out of you and I'll stand here and take it more. I'm like, well, you're not going to give them a point.
Yeah, exactly.
Understand.
I like how they sit on top of the chair.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to give them a better view.
Better vantage.
Yeah.
Of like,
I'm 15 feet in the air. I can see everything.
Yeah, and he didn't really make any of the calls. The line people do.
Exactly. And
why do we even, they have I think they call it the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Which is their replay.
Mm-hmm.
If we have that.
Why do we need that guy?
Why do we have judges?
Yeah. You can just go to the camera and look at it. Yeah. You got Old Man and River up on the fucking stairs. And
yeah. Well, to me, seemed like it was out. I could never do that. I couldn't pay attention long enough.
Yeah.
Hey, your job is to stand at the end here and watch this line.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Not doing that.
I like the ball catchers myself.
Yeah.
You just sprint across and grab it. Yeah, just come out of nowhere.
That one kid started making the rounds again of that kid that grabbed him was running and he tripped and did the head plant into
the... Poor bastard.
So I always thought about that, like, man, that would have been cool if you went a different route, maybe became an NFL ref. It's like, you really want to be a line judge that your job is to watch the fucking offensive line?
Oh, God.
For penalty. I'd be like, they'd snap it. I'd be looking at the quarterback and then watching the pass guy. Hey, did somebody hold on that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching the game.
Yeah, it would be hard to not watch a game if you're an NFL ref.
Yeah. Hey, your job is to watch center guard tackle and everybody else on this side.
Yeah. How about spotting the ball? I mean, the side guys who spot the ball, if it's in a fucking pile, you just guess.
And I'll tell you what, I know they get a lot of shit, but they're pretty fucking good at it.
They are.
I mean, they missed it by a half a yard. Well, hey, it was 35 yards down the fucking field, and the guy, I feel like it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he is keeping up with NFL running backs and receivers.
The only one I think that they're just not great at is when a punt goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
I think that's a tough call.
Exactly. Where it out of bounds in the air.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, all right, well, the judge in the back says, well, I think it went out at the,
and then
keep
he
coming
walks,
up.
Yeah, then he walks up 30 yards.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Is it? Who knows?
Oh, there's going to be got a big fight coming with the NFL.
Over
money.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that.
NFL floats out of, maybe we hold 35% or 30%.
30%.
30%.
Yep.
And see what revenue does. So if we're down 30%, you're not getting
any money.
If we're down 25%, we'll give you 5% back.
Yeah.
But we're still playing all the games.
Exactly.
This is a different argument than baseball when they playing half a season.
Yeah.
You still want us to play all, it's just 16 this year, right?
This year, yes.
What? No.
No, exactly. That's a terrible
we're
deal.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Plus, they're still pissed off because half the league didn't want the CBA.
Yes. Yeah.
Which just, 2 months ago?
Yep.
Football is going to happen for the NFL. They will get a full season in. But these next 2 weeks are going to get ugly.
They are, because you have grown-ass men arguing about money, and that's never a good thing ever. Whether it's you and I arguing about money or people who actually have a lot of money arguing about it.
I don't know that this is one, because we always saw it, like most fans always side with the owners.
Yep.
This one's set up for you to side with the players of like, well, my contract is for 16 games for this amount of money.
Pay me.
You want me to play 16 games at 30% less because the billionaire might not make as much as he needed to.
Exactly.
Like, well, I don't know that they always say that, well, we don't know what it's going to do, but I don't think that they're going to lose money. I think I think the TV deal covers their nut.
Okay.
They just won't make as much because they don't have fans.
Yeah. Which, what I know, I said something last week that it wasn't a finalized thing. It was more of a proposal of, the way to make more money instead of having the ticket sales was to sponsorship the lower bowl.
Right, which they are going to do. Yes, they're just going to tarp them.
Yeah, it's going to tarp them and put a logo, which makes sense to me. I mean, it's free advertising, or not free advertising, but it is advertising for whoever wants to pay for it. But, I mean, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
If you don't have ticket sales, you got to make money somehow. But, yeah, I mean, the 30% thing, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I think you're going to find that it'll turn on the ownership real quick of like, we got nothing going on now. We got some baseball and stuff, which is weird, watching some of the spring training in their own stadiums with just nobody there. Sounds awesome, though. Hearing the bat, I mean, you actually hear that good wood. But
the slugger.
Yeah, you're going to get a real turn against the owners if you get, are you going to take our football away?
Yeah, I know it.
I mean,
we're going to riot with
we
this.
We might not have college football.
The way it's looking, it's not good.
It ain't looking great.
It's not.
We'll cover that the Ivy League that nobody gives a fuck about already decided they're not playing fall sports.
Yep. And then but Division III schools have also decided to cancel their fall sports. I know there's there's like 3 or 4 in Ohio already that has already came out and said they're not doing fall sports. So,
and that's obviously we live in Ohio. Ohio State suspends their voluntary workouts because apparently they have a shit ton of people that got it.
Oh, really?
Well, they're not releasing. Well, which is
okay.
HIPAA, is you shouldn't release.
You shouldn't release it, but
you're not going to pull that trigger if it's not.
Yes,
because that's the football thing. Even if it, not talking COVID wise, but even if it was just
an injury, you don't.
Not even an injury. I'm not talking about releasing. I'm talking about somebody just had the common cold.
Gotcha.
They shun that person out of there because it's gonna walk its way through. So you get 5 or 6 guys that get it, you got to shut that shit down because you're on top of each other. I mean,
which and then I think a lot of schools are doing that now anyway. They're just kind of shutting it back down to see what's going to happen. There's no point to be in there and risking yourself if you're not even going to have a season.
Right.
So,
which brings us to the Big Ten. It's not official, but it's probably moving that way. They floated that out that they're only going to play conference games.
Yes, they're only going to play conference games, and then you have the ACC talking about it now.
That's. The Big Ten is kind of obviously all the athletic directors and the commissioners and stuff from the conferences talk to each other.
Yes.
And it seems like when they move a direction, it seems like the Big Ten's always the one to release it.
Uh-huh.
And I wonder if that, that they just all agree that since it covers so much territory, that if everybody's okay with it, then everybody kind of falls into place because that's just a float out to see what the reaction is.
And then the SEC commissioner came out and said yesterday he's not even expecting to have a season, but he's still optimistic.
Yeah.
Which, that doesn't really sound that optimistic if you're expecting not to have a season.
I'm not planning on playing at all, but I'm optimistic.
Are you?
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
Make sense at all, you fucking Southern.
Yeah. They don't make any goddamn sense anyway.
Down in the South. The Ivy League. And then Harvard, they're not letting kids on campus, all online. You could pay full boat, though. $49,000.
Oh, my God.
Online classes only.
Oh, that would be terrible.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Isn't that room and board on some of that? No. We gave you that for free.
Yeah.
It's the education that was the $49,000. It was a donation on that fucking room.
But Harvard, they think they do what they want because they're smart.
Yeah, and that, Well, it's about the only piece of paper you get anymore that means anything.
A Harvard degree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, for the most. Now, obviously, teaching and stuff, you got to have a piece of paper from somewhere. But as far as a degree that would, that's, you know what I mean?
You're not going to hurt my feelings, so it doesn't bother me.
Let's be honest. You could have learned everything you needed to know off some YouTube videos in about a month's worth of reading a book, and you didn't need all 4 years to do what you're doing.
No, probably not.
You can teach little fuckers. You already know the stuff. You went through it. I mean. But, as far as like, and not business degrees, but, Harvard carries a
little weight, yes.
A weight. But,
it's like a Northwestern law degree. Yeah. Means something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But, for the rest of the part, don't go to college. It doesn't fucking make any sense. Kids,
it really doesn't.
Don't go to school. You're going to be $100 and some $1,000 in debt, and you don't need that shit unless you're going to be a doctor or something. But, see if you have to go. Yeah. some fine online medical degrees from some island.
I study what is that shit called? The voodoo doctors.
Yeah.
All that, the spices and
medicine
shit.
Man.
Yeah, all that weird shit. Natural healers.
Yeah, natural healers.
Yeah, weird.
Reaction therapy.
I'm going to sprinkle some oregano over your face and it'll cure your cold.
Yeah. And some dandelion root.
Make a salve and it'll clear up your herpes.
You got the AIDS? Here's some dandelion root. You're good.
You got the clap? Just sprinkle some garlic on it. You'll be fine. It'll clear that shit right up.
That's just like a vampire. We don't have to go to the steak method, but garlic should cure you up right now. Nice clove of garlic, cure all that ails you. Wasn't that in Tropic Thunder? He goes, the booty juice or whatever.
Yeah.
Where he's like, drink his ass juice. It's cure all.
Drink some of his ass water. God, Tropic Thunder's awesome.
God, I love that movie. It's socially not acceptable anymore.
It's not, but it's funnier than hell.
I'll watch the shit out of it.
It's funnier than hell.
Boy, that went on a sideways. I don't even know where we were.
We were talking about Harvard and them meeting something. Yeah, like
$49,000 for online classes. You can go to the University of Phoenix for like nothing. Is that it? I don't see those commercials anymore. Do they still exist?
I have no idea. I don't even see ITT Tech commercials anymore.
No.
And that's all you saw when I was a kid on commercials. It was like ITT Tech this and that.
Or DeVry.
Yeah.
Learn some electrical. Electrical engineering. Well, it's a 2-year program, so I don't know that you can throw that engineer in there. It usually takes about 6.
Just electric. Yeah. That's it. You're an electrician.
How to not die doing electric. Turn the breaker off. Yeah,
that's Step 1. Step 1.
Check it to make sure it's off. By touching it.
Tell my wife to turn off the breakers. She got me one time.
Oh, yeah. You can't do that, man.
No.
You say turn it off, but you need one of those little poke meters still.
I thought I used it. She turned it on without. I just said turn it off. So she thought I meant turn it off, and then when I said okay, she thought it meant
turn it back on.
Yeah, it was okay to turn it back on, and I touched it, and it hurt.
A little tingle.
Oh yeah.
That right nice.
It was weird because it was right up the elbow. Yeah, it's just okay, good. I'm good now.
Like it's a tingle, but it's like it didn't really hurt. It more just like throws you off a little bit. It scares you because you're like, did I just get electrocuted? I'm not saying that it didn't feel a little good.
Yeah, it wasn't a 220 outlet. We're okay. Yeah, I didn't get thrown back.
Household shit, man.
Yeah,
that ain't no
exactly.
big deal.
It's just an outlet. And I used to stick forks in there all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah,
my dad told me to toughen me up. So whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah. Teach you how to toughen these hands up. Okay, back to Harvard.
Yeah. Back to football.
But yeah, it'd be an interesting thing if they do that conference only. Obviously, you have the independence of
fucking Notre Dame.
For sure, don't join a fucking conference.
Yeah, the
ACC said that they would work with them, which they shouldn't have bitched out like that. Now I know they're a member. They remember the ACC and everything except football and hockey for some reason. I don't know why they need to be independent in hockey.
I don't know either.
Making a lot of money. Got an NBC contract on that one too.
Hockey.
Even though it's been proven time and time again that the NBC contract actually loses you guys money by not being in a conference. Because you'd have been getting that Clemson money.
Yes.
You get a piece of that.
Yeah.
You guys suck. You get nothing.
Could you imagine if they didn't do that TV deal? How much? I mean, you just said it. How much more money they would make? Because people love Notre Dame. Yeah, there's a huge fan base of Notre Dame. Well, you can't go to an Ohio State football game without seeing some douchebag wearing a Notre Dame jersey.
Yeah,
that just did it just because I'm not an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, I just want to come to a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's super weird.
I like to wear jerseys of teams not playing.
I hate those people.
They need to be slapped in the face with a salami. A hard salami.
That's hard salami. Yeah.
Yeah, but because they did that years ago, they broke down all that, like when it was talks of maybe they joined that Big Ten and when they were in that expansion of like how much more money they would make per year by joining the Big Ten than having that stupid fucking contract.
Just join the ACC.
for one thing, who watches NBC?
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't even know they were still a network.
I watch it for Sunday Night Football.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
And most of the time I don't. Like, until they can flex some stuff, the games are usually shit.
No, they're not bad.
Till they can flex. Well, no, they signed that new contract, so they gave them better games, didn't they?
Yeah, because...
I will stop giving you Jacksonville.
Well, hell, the Monday night games are now worse than the Thursday night games sometimes.
Wonder if that's like...
We'll get like a fucking Jacksonville versus Atlanta Monday night game, and then they give us like, Ravens-Niners Thursday night game. Okay, yeah, cool.
I don't understand why that... I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with them teaching ESPN, hey, figure out your booth and get the... We're not going to give you premier games if your booth sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll give it, to Sunday night.
Yeah, so we can listen to Chris Collinsworth talk about one guy for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Get it together. Yeah, I don't. They still haven't announced anything,
haven't announced anything for who's on the Monday Night Crew.
Well, I know they released their new schedule for ESPN Radio, and Mike Golick's name isn't on it anymore.
Oh, so there's no more Golick and Wingo?
I think he's done.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if he's retiring or if his contract was up.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if they're not renewing.
Is he going to go to Fox and get his own show? Seems like what happens when you leave ESPN.
Green's coming back to radio again. He's going to do his Get Up show, and then at like noon, he's going to do a radio show.
Oh, okay. For nobody to listen to.
Way more money.
Yeah. Which I don't mind the Get Up show. I know the ratings don't do well, but I don't mind it.
They're doing better.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good.
I think after that initial this is horse shit, I think they revamped the whole damn thing, and it's gotten
it's
better.
Not bad. I mean, I like to listen to Jalen Rose. So
I've never watched. I mean, obviously I'm working at that time, but I've never really watched it. Mm-hmm. So
it's not bad. I mean,
it's a sports show.
Yeah,
basically it's a radio show that just happens to be on TV.
Pretty much because they have all these guests and shit. Like they have Marcus Spears on a lot, and I love to listen to Marcus Spears rant about different stuff.
Yeah, so I think Greeny might single-handedly be keeping that network together.
Yeah, he might be.
They're losing money everywhere.
They are.
Speaking of money, I guess we should talk about a guy that got all of it.
Okay.
And Patrick Mahomes' 10-year, $477 million deal with $23 million worth of, or $30 million worth of incentives.
Ended up being like a 500,
like 502.
Something like that.
Well, Schefter said 503, but I think his math was wrong. It's 502.
Okay. Well, I'll believe you, not Schefter.
Well, you can use a calculator.
Well, no, I'm not. I was backing you up.
I know.
Okay.
I know. He's like 477.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's this much in incentives, so it's 503 total. It's like, well, that plus that doesn't equal 503, buddy. It equals 502.
He rounded up.
Right? Yeah. It was
502.6.
It was 502.6. So we're going to go to 503. So it's shocking how many people came out and are bashing Patrick Mahomes for taking that deal, that it's a bad deal.
Did you see the actual cool stat about it? It only takes up a minimal...
It doesn't do anything
to cap space.
Basically, they're shitbagged basically in year 7 through 10. Well,
the last 4 years of the contract.
8 through 12, because it's actually a 12... It's a 12-year deal.
12-year deal because it's already tacked on his 2.
Tacking on 2.
Yes.
They're banking on... the salary cap going on up enough that a $50 million quarterback isn't a big deal.
Is a big deal, yes. Which, because it's not literally
it's probably going to be about that.
And it's not affecting any kind of cap space issues until year 8.
Right.
So, which is a phenomenal deal, however
basically what they've done is they've let Andy Reid basically say, you got, 6-8 years left in your career?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Here you go. We've just given you everything you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
To sign all these guys and keep all these guys.
Well, their defensive lineman said if he doesn't get $20 million a year, he's not playing. He's sitting out. Can you do that if you're a defensive lineman?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's a good defensive lineman, but he's not the best defensive lineman.
Is he a pass rusher?
He's an inside pass rusher. Yeah.
Nope. Okay. You're not a $20 million guy.
Exactly.
You know who makes $20 million? Fucking nobody. Yeah. At this point in time, I think 18's top end.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron Donald is the highest paid at his position, and
and that's stupid as shit because he's the best defensive lineman there is.
Yes,
but he's an interior guy.
Mm-hmm.
Go fuck yourself. Well, he had a great year. Had 9 sacks, which is awesome.
Yeah, as a defensive tackle. Yeah,
worth 20.
Yeah,
nah.
I mean, that's the thing though. I want $20 million a year. Well, you're going to be paid more than the guy who's won Defensive Player of the Year the last 2 years. So that's probably not going to happen, pal.
And that's kind of those interior guys. If you're a superstar, 10 to 12.
Yep.
20 million. That's edge rusher, man. You're not affecting the game.
That's premier edge rusher, too. That's not even, that's like, that wasn't even Von Miller at the top of his career. That's not Khalil Mack at the top of his career.
No, he was 18.
Yeah. I mean, that's more than good pass rushers get. And he's wanting 20 mil a year.
You're not going to be playing next year
exactly.
then. If
it seems like you're sitting out.
If this is the route you want to go, see ya. Because you sitting out doesn't affect the team. If you choose not to report, they're okay with it. Because then they can fine you and then cut you and not have to lose any of that money. And then can pick up a guy probably similar to your skill set for about $8 million.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper you.
Well, and then what's his name? Asking for a trade out of San Francisco.
Yeah, that Mostert.
Mostert, because they're still paying him
his
special teams money.
Yep.
When he had his,
whatever.
His stat line was, pretty good out of the backfield.
Yes,
so, and when it's like he wants more money, I'm like, well, fuck, man, everybody's saying that. Because, oh no, he only wants to make like $5 million a year, like the other running backs are putting up the same numbers. Like, oh well, that
seems reasonable. Yeah, he's not asking for something stupid.
No,
he is being paid a special teams contract.
Yeah,
all of your running backs seem to get hurt. He's the guy who stepped in and took you to 1-2 playoff games and then played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like $5 million's okay.
It seems like it's okay. But he's not asking for a whole hell of a lot.
But, you get into that point of like, was it you as much as it was
scheme,
just our scheme and everything else?
All that stuff, yeah.
That's just the way
Well, I mean, if
is.
you're going to put it that way, he was an undrafted guy who bounced around for however many teams. He's almost 30.
Oh, well, then you're not.
I think he's like 28 or something like that.
You got this deal. You got the rest of this deal.
It seems like everybody we stick in this system does okay.
Yeah.
It's probably not, probably go ahead, request the trade.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get a 7th round draft pick for you.
Yeah. I mean, and then you're going to go play special teams for somebody until the starting running back gets hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like you would here. I mean, it's nothing on the guy. He's asking what's fair, but it's not fair in the scheme of football.
No, he's not. It's unnecessary.
Business, I should say. The scheme of football business.
I understand his point of it.
Yes.
Because it's really not a big ask.
No, it's not.
It's about as minimal of an ask as there is in pro sports. Mm-hmm. Just bring me up to, what a low-level running back makes.
Exactly.
Not even mid-level.
No.
Low-level.
Well, Denver signed Melvin Gordon to, I think, close to like $8 million.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be a premier guy.
Yeah, I mean he's garbage, but
I mean we don't know
he's been garbage since he's college.
Oh, in college, he was pretty good in college.
Was he though?
I mean, yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's that Wisconsin shit.
I understand that when you put the ball in somebody's hands more, they're going to get more yardage. I get that.
No. But it's the Wisconsin shit on like every running back they've had when they play a good defense, they get 70 yards.
Yeah, I get that.
Or they go. Melvin Gordon gets 22 carries for 38 yards. Now, against Iowa State, he had 22 carries for 240 yards and 6 touchdowns. I'm like, well, what the fuck? We're going to call that a classically good running back? I don't think so.
Okay.
Plus, they've all most of their running backs have pissed out, haven't they?
Who's?
Wisconsin's.
Yeah, in the pros.
I mean, they're just not.
No, I mean, I think Gordon would be the only one that has it pissed out.
But he had some injury problems
that
and
would
shit
be
like
his
that. And then
biggest problem. We'll see about Jonathan Taylor.
I think he's one of those people that got a lot of fans that turned on him just because the whole contract thing of like, hey, man, I mean.
Well, I think it's the same deal with, Eddie George's career ending early. They just use the fuck out of him. I mean, Wisconsin uses the fuck out of their running backs. And then by the NFL, they are probably more injury prone because they just been beat to shit for 4 years.
And he wasn't overly that big, is he?
Yeah. He's like 6'2", 230.
Which is not big.
Running back standards wise, it's bigger than an average.
I'm talking like the 230 wise.
Oh, no.
A 230 running back is 5'10".
Yeah, exactly.
A 6'2", 230 is not as big as, I guess that sounds weird of like,
no, it
when
is.
you say not as big, but we were talking 230 on a 5'10" guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
sits a little lower.
I think we had that conversation before that they kind of proved that with the years that your best running backs
are the
4.5 speed, 5'10", 225. That's kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And faster than that, they're injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than that, they're not fast enough. Smaller than that, injuries.
And then you have Derrick Henry, who just kind of puts it all to shame and is that freak.
Yeah,
he's that freak.
He's the guy that proves he's the exception
he's
that
the
proves the
asterisk
rule.
besides that.
But then again, he did it 1 year.
Exactly. We'll see
what happens.
We'll see. Now that everybody knows what the hell's coming.
Still don't want to tackle him, though.
Oh, God.
Still a freight train.
Yeah.
All right. I guess.
I saw where it said there was like a debate of what you would rather do. Would you rather catch a pass over the middle and get your head taken off, or try to tackle Derrick Henry? Yeah. I'm going to want to try to deliver the blow instead of take it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit somebody more than taking the shot. I don't care who the hell it is.
It's always like that in the commentary. They're like, this Derrick Henry just doesn't seem to get tired. He's so good in the second half. It's like, no, I think the defender's tired of fucking hitting him.
I think so, too.
I just don't think they want to hit him anymore. That's why that 3 yards went to 8 yards.
Uh-huh. We'll wait till everybody's available and try to get him down.
This guy's going to jump on his back, and then hopefully somebody comes.
Yeah. With that debate, I'm not catching the ball, and I'm not making the tackle, but I'd rather, feel better about hitting the person than taking the hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Blindsided.
I saw a thing the other day. It said, would you rather lose a leg or never have sex again?
Which leg?
Like, I don't know, any leg. Pick one. Your middle leg. I don't know.
Well, if it's a middle leg, that kind of defeats all the fucking...
But that was my point. How many people are having sex, legless?
I'm sure a lot of people.
Single leg.
I mean, look it up on Pornhub, man. There's a lot of that shit out there.
Look up,
anything you want.
Disability sex. I don't want that.
That's a weird question to ask.
Super weird question.
So you gotta, because the decision's probably going to be mostly age-based.
Yeah.
If you're 70 years old, I don't need that fucking...
are you having sex at 70 or you need that leg?
A lot of people are. They sell a lot of them fuck pills, pal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
A lot of them pills. But, yeah, that's just a weird question to ask because I assume of the...
I'm probably taking the leg.
The leg?
Yeah. Sure.
Technology these days, pretty good chance I'll have a robot leg before long.
That's a good point. Plus, if I lose a leg, the scale will look better, too.
Yeah.
I'll lose some weight.
Get 30 pounds off there. Now, below the knee or above the knee? That's a big fucking difference. That is a big difference.
Yes, it is. And I assumed leg meant the whole leg.
Take you off the hip?
Yeah.
Man, now it's a fucking thinker.
I know.
They just weren't descriptive enough.
I know it.
That's a big fucking problem.
Yeah.
You're like 900 fucking pounds after that. You can't walk anymore. I don't know how they are with the losing it at the hip. I don't know that there's a lot of prosthetics for that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Huh.
It's a question. It's a question.
I mean, I'd lose a leg.
Mid-thigh?
Not ideal. I'd still bank on technology, though.
Yes.
Yeah. I know some people that have above the knee amputations. They still get around, but it just, you don't have your knee joint. So it's a limped walk instead of a walk, you know. But hell, you just bounce around on one of those blades if it was below the knee.
Yeah. I think I would want to be like a Terminator afterwards. Like, just give me like that robot leg, Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's coming.
Yeah, I know it is. But
that's why I always.
That's why Harvard's still paying $49,000 a year.
Yeah. Elon Musk working on that shit. Gotta be. That's why I was listening to a podcast with some hosted by some Navy SEALs, and they're talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Of like, the technology, because they're buddies that have gotten blown up and have prosthetics, and goes, it's gonna get to the point where it's like a robot, and then like somebody's gonna get grazed on the ankle, and they'll be like, "Take my leg, doc.
Yeah,
give me that robot leg."
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I mean, I'm getting out of the military. I'm going to go join the NBA now that I can jump from half court and dunk it.
I am a robot.
And dunking 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
That'd be cool.
Think about that.
I still think it's a 2-pointer, but...
No, not if you jump from behind the 3-point line.
Okay.
Has to be a 3-pointer.
All right. Okay. It does. Okay. I see your point now.
I don't know why. I don't know why you were questioning that.
Because in my mind, I was like, he's dunked it. It's only 2 points. But I understand your thought process now. Okay.
Yeah. Jump behind that line. How about that?
Is it a travel?
How about that for changing the game? That on a 3-point shot, if you also had to land behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So many people, they travel 2 feet forward on their shot.
Yeah.
Of like, well, that's 2 because you landed here.
That would be some shit. I mean, yeah.
The old James Harden, the step and goes like, back, you only get 2 shots, man. I know he kind of hit you on the arm because you made him, which I wish they could get that out of the game.
Oh, I know it.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
With all this shit going on in the NBA, and obviously, you've seen the tweets about their meals, which we're not 100% sure that that's a meal that they get.
Yes.
I mean, it was. But do you think NBA? I don't care about the MLS, Major League Baseball, and the NBA.
Yeah.
And I guess you can throw hockey in there.
Okay.
Do they finish? We're in the talks of like maybe college basketball or football doesn't happen, stuff like that. Do they, with the way things are spiking out and stuff like that, do they finish their season or do they end it?
If I had to put money on it, I'd say no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more of an optimist person, so I like to think of they could do it. No. If somebody asked me to put money on it, no, I don't think they finish. I don't think they even start.
Really? Well, the NBA, they're already there.
Okay. So they may get a weekend or 2, and then if this shit starts spiking up like it is and keeps going, then I don't think they finish.
I would say that the NBA has the best chance because they're already in, they're already getting tested, and they're, hey, you're not allowed to fucking leave.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's coming in.
The rings that they're wearing.
Baseball is still traveling. So I think that would be the one where.
Yeah.
But then again, they charter jets.
Yeah.
So it's, they're not going through the airport. They load out on the tarmac.
I don't know. I would say no just because of all this other shit that's been spiking up. I still say no. Obviously, I want them to finish. There's got to be sports something,
Well, that's the question I heard yesterday. Or being talked about. It was a guy who used to be a GM of. He says, "What do you do if you're the NFL?" Or he wasn't a GM, he was in the front office, but he says, if you're the NFL and you're getting ready to start, when do they start? August?
Yeah.
Their first game, or is it September?
September's first game.
First game. So you're going through training camp, everything's okay, maybe you get some guys quarantined stuff. If it breaks off and say mid-August or whatever, it gets bad enough that the NBA and the MLB cancel the remainder of their seasons before you even started.
Yeah.
You go, fuck. I mean, what do you do?
It's tough.
It
is because I think you have to cancel your season.
I don't know.
Ethically, is that right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know that the NFL plays by those rules, and I don't think they give a shit what people think.
Yeah.
Of like, no, we're doing this because what are you going to do? Not watch?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you then see no fans for sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure they're ever getting fans this season.
That's a good point.
I don't think that's happening.
I would assume, yeah. I mean, you make a good point too, but I don't know. Ethically, do you just say, or suspend it for half a season? Try to do that. I don't think they come out and say, no, all the way done. No, I would say more of a postpone. Maybe week 5 we start and play it by month. Yeah, until you can kind of get it.
Yeah, I don't. They'd probably have it on. Which I'm sure they have it kind of in the back burner of this is what a 12-game season would look like.
Yeah.
If you can't play 12, you're probably just done. I mean.
Yeah.
I guess you could
play 8.
You could do 8. But 8's better than nothing, though. I mean, put that shit on. Yeah. Cancel out the contract, put that shit on pay-per-view, think how much money they'd fucking make.
God.
All those people, because I'm guessing the NFL has enough stuff that they can shut them streams down.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, nah, no pirates here.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But I hope they don't do that.
No, they
I don't have enough money to watch.
I can't afford $49.99 for a goddamn fucking Broncos game against the Jaguars.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. That would... Yeah, I just thought that was an interesting topic of like, man, what if these other ones start and then they cancel out before the NFL even starts?
Yeah, that's an interesting take of who knows what they're going to do.
Yeah,
because obviously they weren't affected by any of it because they still had the draft when everybody was bitching about them for doing the draft, and then they were bitching about the CBA of people actually going into meetings,
right,
and doing that. So I mean, obviously they haven't really cared what people have said, like you said, but.
That's always the weird thing. Like, I think going on, like if the NBA ends up canceling, I think that really affects what Major League Baseball does if they pull the plug.
Yeah.
But I think the NFL sits above everybody by so much that it's like, okay, I mean, we'll look at what's going on with you guys, but we don't play by your rules
until something happens within the NFL.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which I still love that shit they put out there for to show that it's a safety precaution of like, all right, after the game, you got to stay socially distanced. We're not allowed to do jersey swaps anymore. It's like, you realize we just like fucking sweating and bleeding on each other for the last 3 hours.
Yeah.
So now this is where you can get,
5 minutes of, hey, giving each other some love and some talking to.
Switch you just
jerseys.
High-five that guy? Yeah. Well, I tackled him 12 times today. I don't know that the high five is, you know.
Oh, my God, you did that. Yeah. No celebrating with your teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't go in the locker room and get a huddle.
The NFL cares.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like you did about them concussions. Don't hear a lot about that shit anymore.
Yeah. Can't swap jerseys. Oh, so I can just go home and then send it to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood the jersey swap. Like, I understand it, like when you see guys from the same college that maybe didn't play together. They swap, like swap a jersey with it.
Yeah.
But of like people, trying to swap, like Lamar Jackson last year had to have extra jerseys there to swap of like, the fuck? I mean, that's just weird.
That is weird to me. If I'm and now I'm looking at the other end, if I'm a rookie, I'm trying to get guys that I've watched play since I was like in high school.
Yeah.
I'm going up to Tom Brady. Hey, I get a jersey,
Yeah, but that's never going to happen.
No, it's not. But that's the guys I'm going after. If I'm a rookie, I'm going guys after that I have admired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the Lamar Jackson one, I think that's more of just a respect thing. I think that's what the jersey swap has become.
Yeah, it is. But then a weird thing of like, well, he has like 8 extra jerseys to swap you out of. Like, isn't the point to have the game jersey?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand of like, hey man, you're like the 3rd string nickelback.
Yeah.
You're not getting my jersey. I mean,
yeah, I get it. I think it's cool because you see,
I understand it.
I forget who it was. Somebody had posted that they had their wall.
Yeah.
Of all the jerseys that they've swapped over the years, and there was like, I don't know, like 20 jerseys.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's cool. Have like a collection and stuff, but
it's kind of because it kind of started with soccer. You'd always see that, like the captains always swap jerseys and shit like that after. Like, I would get it, like, all right, end of the game, and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady swap jerseys. Yeah. I get that. But like a Tom Brady swapping jerseys with, second string running back.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird.
Fuck out of here.
Don't come up to me with that shit.
They have to pay for those. And those jerseys are $400.
Yeah.
Is what the teams charge the player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
Yeah.
No,
I'm okay.
Still on my rookie deal.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Hey, can I swap jerseys with you, Lamar? It's got $400.
Yeah. You can.
No. Hey,
sorry.
Tough shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know if I assume when you're a Lamar Jackson or something like that, they pick up they're like, all right, yeah, just do this because he's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little goodwill when it's contract time.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're like the left guard swapping with it, like, no, you're going to pay for that. I mean,
sorry.
Oh, you're the kicker?
Yeah.
You're going to pay for that.
Yeah.
That's
I just go buy a bunch of my jerseys on the NFL.com and get them out. Only $100 on there. Yeah. Not stitched. It's just the press on.
Just get just go get the one from, I would say go get one from Kmart.
That's not a thing anymore.
But like those mesh ones that are like real lightweight, like $12, iron on.
Yes.
Yeah.
They say Browns on the back of them.
They don't even say that because they don't have the naming.
Oh, yeah.
It's just loosely based on their colors.
Yeah. It's got a number.
Yeah.
They got 100 on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number that nobody has.
Quarterback 79.
Yeah.
I was always like, you'd always see those though, like the
they were always starter.
The starter ones.
Yeah.
Like you watch movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're, somebody's wearing one, and it's always something like that. It's like number 79.
Yes,
or
I
number
know.
70. It's like, it's never be like a skill position. It's always a lineman number.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
I had an Ohio State one. It was a starter jersey when I remember being a kid, and it was supposed to be AJ Hawk. Had 47 on it, but it had no Ohio State logo on it. It was gray, so they didn't have gray jerseys. And then it had like red, like, I don't know,
didn't
circles.
have scarlet, it had red.
It had red on it, yeah, so.
Yeah, that's always the... Now, I mean, that's a weird thing, because like in your era,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that was starter was low level.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, starter's a big fucking deal. Starter starter hats, because that...
Yeah.
Now, back when, you know, you'd buy a starter hat, it was $20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, back then, hats were like $12.
Yeah, exactly,
It's more. And those team jackets was a big, those kind of buttons.
Yes.
The snap button team jackets from starter. Those things were big deal.
Yeah. I had one of those too.
And now they're just like, you know.
Nothing.
At Kmart.
Yeah.
And Sears.
All the things that don't exist.
Some of the J.C. Penney's.
Yeah.
Not even on Amazon.
Nope. Starter's exclusive to stores that don't exist.
They used to do that with, when it got to be a big deal, like eBay came along in the golf business and stuff like that. Like you buy shit on eBay cheaper than we could get it wholesale from Titleist or whatever. And like the Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxies came around. So it really took money away from golf courses.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's just the way it works. And then you'd get like they were big names, but they were kind of the lower, you know, they weren't one of the big three. So you had like a Schlesinger, which was a big deal in golf. But, you know, the sales rep goes, hey, we've decided to go green grass only. We're only selling 2 golf courses, not to these other people. It's like, all right, well, in a year, you're out of business.
Yeah.
So like McGregor did the same thing. We're green grass only. We're not selling to that. Okay, you're out of business. So I'm like,
might as well start to.
Hey, I mean, you try to make us buy more from you, but at the end of the day, you're still Schlesinger and McGregor. Try to get what you can.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that Golf Galaxy didn't end up buying Schlesinger just as their store brand. I don't know whatever happened to McGregor Golf. I think somebody bought it, but dirty old McGregor. Only thing that happens anymore, I think Charlie always wears, when Always Sunny in Philadelphia, he has like a McGregor shirt or a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Hoodie.
Yeah. Hoodie,
as some people would say.
I just call it a hoodie.
Yeah, I do too. I just, you know.
Said sweatshirt.
I said sweatshirt because it, you know, hoodie didn't pop into my name, into my head fast enough. So I went sweatshirt and I knew I fucked up.
Yep. Way to go.
You know, that's the way it is. So that's the NFL and all this talk.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know anything.
I don't know.
We know as much as you guys do. We just like to talk about it.
Commissioners? Yeah, I don't know. Just like college football, most of the, like you said, I don't think we're going to play, but I remain optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody knows what that means.
So no college football this year? Is that what we're doing? Because I know they said, you know, there's always options to move it to the spring of like, and then I think Matt Leinart, so I think he has a podcast. I think it's Matt Leinart. Or no, maybe it's Mark Sanchez. It's like, yeah, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. And then somebody's like, well, what if we didn't have college football at all for a year? It's like, then that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
but you're going to move the season to the spring?
And then play again in the fall.
And then what are you going to do in the fall?
Yeah.
Hey, take 2 months off and come back for your schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't want to add people to, we're not going to add 4 teams to the playoff because we care about injuries. But we're going to make you play 2 full seasons within.
Yeah, exactly.
Within a 12-month calendar, you're paying 2 full seasons.
Yep.
So
good luck with injuries that way. Yeah. God damn.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Sons of bitches.
Doesn't make any sense. Don't move it to the spring. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not going to work. You're just going to. I mean, that's the thing that would suck. They cancel that out. Like, you don't ever see Trevor Lawrence again. You probably don't see Justin Fields again.
Probably not.
I mean,
you don't see a lot of those high-level guys.
Yep. I mean, how about that? Travis Etienne. What if they cancel the fucking season? He came back.
Yeah, I know it.
Just so he could have another run at it.
And he would have been the first running back taken.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
Like, well, shit. I guess I just took a year off.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be one of those things as they start talking, some of those high-level guys. Like, if you're Trevor Lawrence.
Are you playing?
And this is up in the air. Do you just go, yeah, I'm just going to start working toward the draft now because I'm not going to be in and out and in and out and then, you know, risk all this for
nothing.
Yeah. Well, we played 2 games and we're going to take a month off. Then we're going to come back and play another 6 games and then we're going to have a playoff. Nah, I'm just going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, be a lot safer for me just to go train.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the big name guys do it that way.
Yeah. Because I think, I mean, that's the one, like, if you're like, I don't think Justin Fields could sit out and still be that high. He'd still be a high draft pick.
Yeah.
But if he decided to sit out a year, he's not Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, even if they had a normal season, Trevor Lawrence didn't need to play this year.
No, he didn't. He knew he would get.
But with all this up in the air like that, he'd get some heat from Clemson fans. But for the rest of the country, like,
yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, that makes sense. You're putting your whole career at risk. All this shit's going on. It's all up in the air. If he sat out, I don't think anybody would give a shit.
Yeah.
It'd just be like, you know.
Makes sense.
Because if this fucks up and they cut some games, well, even if they only do conference only, whoever wins the national championship, it's going to be an asterisk.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't, like, say if Ohio State did. We didn't play Oregon, and
exactly.
Maybe you get beat week 2. Or Clemson, you didn't play anybody this year.
Exactly, yeah.
Kind of like last year. And, you know.
Exactly. You have some of those games that, definitely an asterisk. I think unless somebody would play their full schedule, there's going to be an asterisk beside any of the championships just because it's not the same as every other year.
It'd be a weird one, like the NBA, because they almost had their season was almost done.
Yeah.
When this happened. So,
yeah.
And, there's a couple teams, but like these 8 games that they're going to play before their little tournament.
Yeah.
That kind of ends the season.
Yeah.
But it's still, now you got healthy guys, and it's just kind of weird, and you're doing stuff to, I don't know.
Exactly. Well, you got people sitting out, like the whole Nets team isn't coming.
Which,
I mean, they weren't going to win it anyway, but still. Yeah, they had to sign Jamal Crawford just to have enough guys to play.
I still love that. Like, guys that I've never, I don't follow the NBA all that close, but guys I've never heard of, which means you're not a superstar. It's the best decision for me. I'm going to sit out. It's like, LeBron James playing, right?
Yeah. Kind of.
You kind of seem like a bitch if you're not playing. Well, it's just not the right decision to me trying to stay healthy and stuff for my family. It's like,
LeBron's
best player on the planet.
Yeah.
Biggest name on the planet. He's playing.
He's got 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4,
5? Something like that. One of them.
What's his one? His one's in high school now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. The freshman or
Obviously
something.
being recruited. They said that he was thinking about Duke, but now they think he might go something. I was like, hey, what happened to that Ohio State thing? My kids are going to go to Ohio State. Fucker.
Yeah.
Well, that was till we realized that he was going to be a high-level player.
Yeah.
Now he's going to go to Duke or Kentucky. Or,
somewhere like that.
Well, by the time he's out, he'll be able to go straight to the NBA.
Probably. They'll change that rule again.
Whoever's LeBron, hey, I'm going to sign my last contract, play on this team. You draft my son, though, right out of high school.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's not. Well, draft him in the second round because this is the way it's happening. And he's going to make the roster. I don't care if he's number 15. Going to make the roster.
Going to make the roster.
Make $500,000 a year for at least 5 years. Get him 1 assist. That's me.
1 assist.
Throw 1 oop to dad, and then your career's over. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I think. Because Ken Griffey played the end of his career in Seattle with
father.
Junior.
Yeah.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. was in Seattle, and Ken Griffey went there to play with him.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But I think they had a spot where they hit back-to-back in the lineup and had back-to-back home runs.
Oh, okay.
Like that's, I mean, how fucking cool
that
is
would be
that?
Cool as hell,
like, Jesus, that's awesome.
I mean, I feel like baseball, if there's a sport to do that, it's baseball.
Yeah.
Just because you can play a little bit longer, but
But that was kind of that of, and I might be talking out of my ass that happened, but for some reason I feel like that happened.
Something significant of that happened,
So.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
throwing
that'd
an
be
oop to your
pretty
dad,
awesome.
not in the backyard.
Yeah. Like, all right, well, he's 42 and dunking, and I'm not that good. He's still better than me.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Because it's always a big feat when you can beat your father at something. It's like, you're a big-time basketball player, and your father is like Michael Jordan, or, like Michael Jordan's son went to play college basketball, ends up at Central Florida because
he couldn't work out at, I think he went to Georgetown, I believe.
Yeah, he went to, he wasn't any good.
No.
But it's like, but good enough to play Division I, not Georgetown, but Central Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
Or it's one of those directional Florida schools of like, can you imagine being a Division I athlete and like your dad's in his 40s and you still can't beat him in basketball and it's not even fucking close.
Yeah, it'd be fucking stupid.
But like they said, when Jordan was like 50, players were saying, somebody asked him the question. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'd still beat any of these players on my team 1-on-1. I'm fucking Michael Jordan." I'm like,
yeah,
he's probably not wrong.
He's probably not wrong.
He's not.
Probably a half.
So I'm gonna guess that little turnaround jumper fadeaway that he had, that probably stays pretty good.
Yeah, I would assume that too.
I know he can still dunk. Because I heard Dominique Wilkins like fucking 60.
Yeah,
pushing 60.
He can still dunk.
He can still dunk.
Yeah,
I can.
Yeah.
In my trash can. Yeah. if I get a running start.
Yeah. I can only Kobe it.
Yeah.
I can only turn around from deep. Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe. Yeah. That sounds like a good way to end it on a Kobe. I'm kind of running out of sports stuff because we actually had some shit to talk about today.
We did.
Made it in. I don't know what we did today. Hey, we did over an hour.
Cool.
I feel like that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
It's a Friday.
The
early day for me. I'd like to get home, edit this up, throw it out on the line.
Let everybody download it.
Let everybody download this shit and give it a good listen.
You know it.
At your office space, selling your concrete.
That was a shout out.
All right.
Whiteside.